Hello guys, Robout1 here, coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video along with Charmander in the background as always, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video we're going to be doing a Prank Kids deck profile, and the reason behind that pretty much is I have never shown you guys my real life Prank Kids deck profile. I've had Prank Kids pretty much ever since the deck was actually released. I've never really played them much in real life, and I've never really, taken them out of their box for multiple different reasons, and ever since then I've made a couple of Prank Kids videos. I've made some duels and deck profiles, some duel videos, some discussions about like Prank Kids Meow Meow and other Prank Kids stuff, but I've never shown you guys my actual Prank Kids deck. And seeing as Prank Kids is one of the best one-card combo decks in the game, and it's a deck that personally I really just love the aesthetic of, like the artwork, the story behind it, how it's basically just a bunch of kids pranking this one dog, and it's just hilarious knowing that. And seeing as it's been all this time and I've never really shown you an actual physical deck profile for the Prank Kids deck, I thought it was high time that I get out here, show you guys the deck profile, and show you an actual Prank Kids deck profile, seeing as I really do like the deck. It's just I've never really had a build that I was really happy to show you guys until we've got Prank Kids Meow Meow. So without further ado though guys, let's actually get into it, show you guys the list, and hopefully you'll like it, because honestly, Prank Kids, as I said, it's a really fun deck, it's a really cool deck, and it's the best one-card combo deck in the game, because you can literally make an insane board with only one card, and that's really, really nice. So let's go ahead, show off the deck profile, and get into this. So starting off, we're obviously going to be playing 3 Prank Kids Fansies, because Fansies is the one that, when it's used to summon a Prank Kids fusion or link monster as a link material or a fusion material, you get to go ahead and send 1 Prank Kids card from your deck to the graveyard to special summon another Prank Kids monster from your deck, except for Fansies. Now, the one thing that you need to know, guys, is that this is the first Prank Kids monster that you should always be summoning, and to be honest, if you're not summoning this one, you're not really going to be getting very far, because you need to be able to send specific Prank Kids cards to the graveyard at a time to be able to add them to your hand during the combos in the deck. So this is going to be the one you're going to be summoning majority of the time, either through your first normal summon or through your first special summon for a Prank Kids. Just wanted to mention that now. Next, we play 3 Prank Kids Dropsies. This one is pretty much just, it's sent to the graveyard as fusion the link material for a Prank Kids summon, just like any of the others, but this one will go ahead and give 1,000 life points to you. We then play 3 Prank Kids Lampsies, because this one goes ahead and gives your opponent 500 life points in the process of its usage as a link material or a fusion material for a Prank Kids summon. And then 3 Prank Kids Roxies, because this one goes ahead and banishes 1 card in your hand to go ahead and draw your card to special summon 1 Prank Kids card in the deck. Now, you have to be playing 3 of every Prank Kids monster. I want to make this very, very clear, because all of these Prank Kids monsters are essentially your full 1-card combo. If you draw a Prank Kids monster, you're going to be able to get your whole 1-card combo, and you're going to be able to end on a Raigeki/Harpy's Feather Duster board pretty much every single time. And as long as you open 1 Prank Kids monster, you'll be able to have your full combo and will be able to win very, very easily. So you want to be playing 3 of each. For hand traps though, we're playing 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, just one of the best hand traps in the game, able to stop a lot of different cards in the game, and is really nice because of that. 3 Skullmeister, because it pretty much just negates every effect in the graveyard, such as the Elder Lich cards, Drytrons, anything that would happen in the graveyard, this card negates. And 2 Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansions, because this card basically says the same thing as Skullmeister, but it's slightly weaker because it can only affect cards that would attempt to move a card that's in the graveyard, either by banishing a card that's in the graveyard, either by special summoning card in the that's from the graveyard, or adding a card from the graveyard to your hand. So pretty much you only need to play 2 of this. It's the weaker out of the 3, right? The other 2 hand traps that I was playing, as I showed as well, such as Skullmeister and Ash Blossom. So I feel like you only really need to play 2 Ghost Spell in my personal opinion, but I do see people playing 3, so maybe you could play 3 as well if you really, really wanted to. But I personally preferred 3, 3, 2. So yeah. Continuing on though into spells, because those are all the monsters, we just play a ton of hand traps along with every Prank Kids monster. We are playing 3 Prank Kids Place. This is essentially the same as drawing a Prank Kid. This basically on activation allows you to add a Prank Kid from your deck to your hand, but it's also really good for other reasons outside of that, such as the effect when you link or fusion summon a Prank Kid monster, you can go ahead and declare its effect to go ahead and either decrease all your opponent's monsters by 500 attack if you summoned a link monster, or increase all your own monsters attack by 500 if you've summoned a fusion monster. Now, the really good thing about this is it allows you to chain block your Prank Kids monsters. So if you were to go ahead and fusion summon, and you go ahead and trigger the 2 effects in the graveyard, you can go ahead and make this chain link free, so you can go ahead and stop your opponent from chaining like an Ash Blossom or a Skullmeister, or even a Ghost Spell potentially, if you were to move something from the graveyard and just chain block your opponent. So Prank Kids Place not only is a really strong search card in the Prank Kids deck, but it's also a card that will allow you to search any Prank Kids monster from your deck to your hand and chain block along with that too. Continuing on though, we do play 2 Prank Kids Pandemonium. This is pretty much the quick play fusion spell for the Prank Kids deck. It does lock you into your Prank Kids monsters though, so it is kind of annoying at times because of sometimes you want to go into link plays with other cards, but you want to be playing 2 of this pretty much because this card says you get to go ahead and fusion summon and it's searchable, so you don't really need to be playing 3 of it. And also we are playing other fusion spells in the deck as well. And then the final Prank Kids spell we're playing is 1 Prank Kids Prank. You only really need to play 1 of this, and what this basically does is you can go ahead and discard 1 Prank Kids card to special summon a Prank Kids token, and also during the end phase you can target 3 Prank Kids cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck and draw 1 card. The only reason you need to play 1 of this though is because you have so many ways to recycle in the deck, such as with Cock-a-Doodle-Doo, Bow Wow, all these really good cards that you don't really need to care if it goes to the graveyard, and also you can add it from your deck to your hand thanks to Cock-a-Doodle-Doo or through multiple different means as well, which is just really, really nice, and it's just a really good recycler that you only really need to play 1 of. That can also give you a token at times as well. Going into other spell cards though, we are playing 2 Polymerization because I feel like you need to have more different varieties of fusion spells. I was originally playing 3 Pandemonium, but I chose to put in 2 Polymerization as well because Polymerization, it doesn't lock you into your Prank Kids monsters, so you can still do other plays after you've gone ahead and fusion summon. So I felt like this was a really good card to have at 2, and it's always nice to open 2 Prank Kids and a Polymerization because it means you have full combo there essentially as well, which is nice. And we're also playing 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion because pretty much Battle Butler is a Thunder monster, and if you've got Dropsies, Lampsies, and Fansies in the graveyard, you can go ahead and activate this one and shuffle them all into the deck, recycle your cards, and also get a Battle Butler onto the board, which is really, really good. And also you can go ahead and banish this card from the graveyard to go ahead and add the Fansies that you shuffled away into the deck during the following turn as well, which is really good as well. We're also playing 2 triple tactical talents. Pretty much this deck has a lot of hand trap bait and can be hand trapped very easily, so I felt like playing 2 tactical talents was just really, really nice, so you can have that ability to, if your opponent does hand trap you, you can either go ahead and draw 2 cards, steal your opponent's Dragoon if they have Dragoon, or just get rid of a card in your opponent's hand. So I felt like 2 tactical talents was really, really nice. And if you really don't have the money for these as well, guys, if you don't have the budget, swap them out for maybe a 3rd Ghost Spell, maybe a Ghost Ogre, an Ash Blossom, no, not an Ash Blossom, sorry, an Effect Veiler, something along those lines, so you can go ahead and have something else in the deck. But I just like tactical talents because it's a card that says, oh, you attempted to touch me, well, I'm going to now get more advantage from it. So yeah, 2 of that. Going into other spell cards though, we are also playing 1 Terraforming to go ahead and search our place, so we basically have 16 1-card combos in the deck, where if we just draw Terraforming, Place, or any of the Prank Kids, we have full combo very, very easily. We're also playing 1 for 1, which is basically another 1.5 card combo in the deck, because you can go ahead and summon Fansies from the deck by discarding a monster in your hand, such as if you have a dead hand trap, or this is the only card you drew and drew hand traps and some spell cards. We're playing 1 instant fusion because we can go ahead and summon our fusion monsters from the extra deck and basically give us more plays throughout the door, which is really nice just by paying 1,000 life points. We are also playing 4 just removal cards in general. 3 Cosmic Cyclone. Now, the reason we're playing 3 Cosmic Cyclone is because I wanted some back row removal in the deck, along with also 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, because we're playing a lot of back row removal to be able to deal with stuff like Eldritch and any back row decks that are actually in the game. So I feel like playing the 3 Cosmic Cyclone and the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster pretty much gives us a lot of assurance to be able to play through any opponent's back row. Plus, we do have during opponent's turn Harpy's Feather Duster as well, so we just have a ton of back row removal overall to be able to deal with our opponent. But that is all the spell cards in the deck. This is a really tight spell lineup, I'll be honest. If I was to change anything, it would probably be maybe try and fit a 3rd Thunder Dragon Fusion in, because honestly, Thunder Dragon Fusion is something that's really, really hard to do, and it may be really hard to do, but 1 card combo, your opponent stops you, and then you still have the 3 Prank Kids in the graveyard, just activate the fusion, go in, is really, really nice. So if you ever wanted to try and play a 3rd Thunder Dragon Fusion, that is something you could potentially do, maybe cut a 3rd Cosmic Cyclone for it. But honestly, I'm really happy with the lineup of spells nonetheless, even though I would like the 3rd Thunder Dragon Fusion. And then the last card we're playing is 1 Prank Kids Plan, because pretty much what this does is it allows you to link summon during your opponent's turn, and the only reason it's in the deck is so you send it with Fansies and then add it with Cock-a-Doodle-Doo later, so you can go ahead and make a Harpy's Feather Duster during your opponent's turn along with your Raigeki in Battle Butler, so it's really just there so you can link during your opponent's turn. So that's the main deck. Honestly, I love this deck a lot, the main deck wise. Like, the only things I did say I might try and change if I was to change anything is to try and fit a 3rd Thunder Dragon Fusion, just because I feel like that's one of the best fusion spells in the deck, just for the fact that, oh, I can go ahead and recycle my graveyard while also getting a Battler Butler out of it and then search for Fansies later. It's just really, really nice there, and it gives you slightly more recyclability as well. But yeah, that's the main deck. The main deck is really strong, and honestly, it's really consistent. Like, I've been testing this deck a lot recently again, because I've been just really, really like Prank Kids as a deck in general. And honestly, this is the most consistent build I've made so far, and it's really good, and it's able to deal with the opponent really easy, because literally you draw one of 16 cards and you have your whole 1-card combo. That's one of the best parts about this deck. It's a 1-card combo deck. So yeah, but going into the extra deck, I'm playing 2 Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew. A lot of people would probably hate me on this, but this is pretty much the same theory behind as Balinks, in my opinion, seeing as you only really need to do your combo once or twice to actually play the game. So as just like Balinks, I feel like you only need to play 2 of this. So honestly, you only need to play 2 Mew Mew, because honestly, you summon Prank Kids, you go ahead and link it away, and if you really need to put it back, you do have stuff to recycle it, so you don't really need to have multiples of it in the deck. You only really need 2. So if your plan A fails, then you can have a plan B in there as well, because honestly, 9 times out of 10, if you've gone through your whole combo, you're going to have a double Raigeki and a Harpy's Feather Duster, and that's normally going to be enough to deal with your opponent anyway. So honestly, you only need 2, and I feel like 2 is more than enough, especially. So yeah, but the really good thing about Meow Meow Mew as well, outside of it being a Link 1, is if you do activate an effect during your opponent's turn that would tribute your Prank Kids monster, you can go ahead and banish this from the graveyard instead, which is really good, and why you do have to play this in multiples as well. But continuing on though, we also do play 1 Verti Anaconda, because this goes ahead and sends Thunder Dragon Fusion to the graveyard, reshuffles away the Prank Kids, and then goes ahead and just says, hey, I'm going to go ahead and make my Battle Butler for just 2,000 life points, which is really, really nice. So Verti is really good as well. And also it sends Polymerization to be able to trigger off our Fusion spell, which is nice as well. 1 IP Masquerade, just for those cheeky plays during our opponent's turn where we can go ahead and make the IP, link it away with some other Prank Kids maybe, and go ahead and make a monster there. 1 Bow Wow, because this card boosts Prank Kids monster it points to during the opponent's turn. It can go ahead and tribute itself to go ahead and add 2 Prank Kids cards from our graveyard to our hand that are non-links. 2 Doodle Doodle Doo. You only need 2. It tributes itself to add 2 Prank Kids cards from the graveyard to your hand except link monsters, and also adds a spell trap card from the deck. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, IP Masquerade bait, you go ahead and make it, you shuffle a card your opponent controls to the graveyard. 1 Rip Roaring Rooster is Harpy's Feather Duster during your opponent's turn, and you make it with the Prank Kids plan 9 times out of 10. 1 Boral Sword for potential OTKs, like, it's why we play Polymerization, so we can go ahead and have another way to play around it. 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. This is for 2 reasons. 1, because of IP Masquerade, and 2, because, well, we can just go ahead and link our opponent's monsters. So we get to go ahead and deal with our opponent's monster before they can even play the game with IP Masquerade, and also it allows us to get rid of opponent's big monsters that can kind of stop us if they have any left. So I just really like this. It's non-targeting link removal, and it's just a really strong card, and the fact that Prank Kids can make about 5 monsters out of 1, there's no real reason why you shouldn't be playing this card in the Prank Kids deck, just because it uses one of your opponent's monsters as league material. It negates your opponent's entire board. It negates graveyard summoning. The card is absolutely insane, and I want to play in even more decks as well. So it's just a really, really nice card to play in general. Continuing on though, into the fusions though, we're playing 1 Weather Washer. It's just during opponent's turn, tribute itself, special summon 2 Prank Kids from the graveyard, and also your Prank Kids monsters can't be destroyed by battle if you do use this, and I forgot to mention with Bow Wow, your Prank Kids monsters can't be destroyed by card effects if you use this, so really good there. 1 Rocket Rider, because this card goes ahead during your own turn and summons 2 Prank Kids monsters from your graveyard, which is really nice, and can also attack directly by losing 1,000 attack points, which is cool. And then finally, 2 Battle Butler, because it is the most important fusion monster in your extra deck, and you want to make sure you always have that backup in the extra deck just in case something happens. So I felt like 2 Prank Kids Battle Butler was correct overall. So yeah, that is the deck profile though, guys. Like, this is the deck. It's a really, really, really fun deck, and I really do like the deck overall. It's a really cool deck to play. It's a really fun deck to play. Prank Kids in general are just really, really fun overall, just being a whole 1-card combo deck. They can play a ton of hand traps. Like, I'm technically could be playing even more than what I currently am. I could maybe fill up to 15 hand traps in this deck if I really, really wanted to. I'll just have to cut stuff like Cosmic Cyclones and Harpy's Feather Duster, which I don't really want to do. The deck is a really fun deck, a really cool deck, and it's something that I really just wanted to show to you guys, because it's something I haven't shown on the channel before, like as a physical deck profile, and also it's just a deck that I really, really like and have had for such a long time, and having this deck for such a long time without showing it to you guys is really silly to me, so I finally wanted to showcase my Prank Kids deck profile. But Guys, that is the deck profile there. Tell me what your thoughts are of my Prank Kids deck profile in the comment section below. Do you think it's really, really good? Do you think it's really bad? Would you make some changes here and there? Maybe not play so much back row removal, maybe put in more hand traps, maybe make a few changes here and there, maybe to the monster lineup. I don't know, maybe you want to play 2 Roxy's instead of 3 Roxy's. Hell, I would never do that though, because 1 card combos for days. And yeah, guys, that's the video though. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description to my Twitch, my Discord, my Instagram, everything along those lines. The streams, as I have said though in previous videos though, are currently on hold until my internet can be sorted. I need to update it. I've got to talk to the person who owns my house, because my dad, and all of that, and all of stuff to do with my real life. But yeah, hopefully I can get that sorted soon, and everything along those lines. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Robot1 signing out. Please keep an eye out for the hand testing video, guys, as well, because that'll be coming soon. Later all.